Hi everybody. Hi, it's Alice. Welcome back to this channel. Welcome to a live stream. Welcome one and all. Oh, it's so wonderful to be here. So today I'm just going to do a short video based off something someone just brought up recently, which I know everyone is feeling right now. And it was linked to the wonderful ability of clairsentience. Now, for anyone that is new to the term clairsentience, I'm just going to explain it a little bit. As human beings, we all have these innate psychic, intuitive gifts. All of us have spiritual gifts. Okay, all of us. No one is special in that way that only certain people can do such a thing. We all have the ability to practice and to refine our higher human abilities, whether that's the clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairalience, any of various different intuitive abilities, all the way through to telepathy, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, all these different things, right? Remote viewing. And we all have the ability to do that, and it is natural to us. But the first one that, as human beings, we mostly connect with is clairsentience, and that's when you have that gut feeling about something, right? When you kind of feel that something is a little bit off, or feel that something's going to be really good, or feel the shift in energy. You can go into a room or a situation and it feels really amazing one minute, and then something shifts and you feel it, right? And you can't really put words to it. You don't really know what's happened, but you feel it. That's clairsentience, right? That's what it's called, like clear feeling. And you usually feel it in your guts, right? In your solar plexus, that beautiful chakra, that energy point right in the middle of your stomach, in your core, right? Where our inner sun resides. Now, the reason why I start off by talking about this today is because, in the world that we live in, for anyone that is connected to technology, there is quite a bombardment of distraction, of lower vibration, lower frequency, right? There's quite a distraction around. And when one thing seems to be losing momentum that's there to distract us, there will be another thing that appears. That is just the way things are right now. And that's good. Because what it's doing is it's offering us contrast so that we know what it is that we actually really want on a soul level. Because we are not just the human body. We are not just this physical, flesh and bones and all that. That's not us. That's just this beautiful temple that we've chosen to inhabit. Our soul has chosen to inhabit in this lifetime, right? And that's incredible. That's powerful in its own right. But our energy field expands past that. It expands further than that. It's all electrical impulse and electrical connection, right? That's how we can connect with one another. That's how when, a friend or a family member is about to call you, or that's when something was just going to happen, and it did, right? It's all this electricity. The spine up our back is like that antenna, okay? So with that in mind, a question kind of came through about, when we are practicing being mindful of our own vibration, maybe you already meditate, maybe you go out for walks, maybe you practice being present in this now moment, rather than looking too far ahead or looking too far in the past. Maybe you are right here in this now moment and you're practicing that, and this is something that you're enjoying doing. But sooner or later you start to realize, oh, I really enjoy feeling that alignment, feeling that connection with your inner being, with your higher self, right? But then what about those around me who aren't as connected as I am? And you can feel that perhaps. You can feel that perhaps in your auric field. You can feel that perhaps in your stomach, in your solar plexus. How do I make sure that my vibration remains the highest vibration? How do I make sure that my vibration does not drop? This is where we want to really use a little bit of discernment, because the thing is that we work on average as well. We work on kind of like a law of average as well. So you've heard me speak many times about, the principle of polarity, the law of attraction. You've heard me speak about many different things, and all this is already going in the background, right? There's already momentum for all those things in the background. But what happens on an individual level is that if we haven't anchored our vibration So if, for example, you've gone through the day and you've not really taken the time to meditate or to connect with yourself, with your higher self, your vibration's kind of open to be knocked a little bit. It's open to be swayed. It's open to kind of merge with whatever the average of the vibrations around you are, right? If we've not taken the time to practice where we want it to be set at, we have to set our vibration until it's done consistently over a number of, months, years, and it's just naturally there anyway. But at this point, most people are having to set their vibration because we haven't yet collectively reached the tipping point where more people are connected to their higher self than what aren't. It's the other way around right now. But that's okay, because one person, you watching this, being connected with your inner light, with your heart space, and it all starts and ends really in the heart, right? Are you connecting first with your heart space, right? One person in their heart space with their heart lit up, connected, will help thousands of others around you raise their frequency, raise their vibration without realizing it. Just by being, you don't have to say anything, do anything, just by vibrating in your light, just by being. That's what's going to happen. But with what's going on in the world right now, and people being more and more conscious of distractions that are around, whether they're elemental distractions, whether they are people-based, right? Countries, things like that, things that may or may not be going on, whatever our personal beliefs can be around worldly topics, right? Anytime that we worry about what may be happening outside of ourselves, we're actually finding disconnect within ourselves. Because what we're doing is we're separating our point of attraction, we're separating our central force, right? We're separating it and we're pushing it somewhere else. We're focusing somewhere else, right? And when we focus somewhere else, we're then wanting to attune to that vibration outside of ourselves. Now, this is the key that most people miss, is that many of us think that, in order to be helping someone, we have to go and sit with them in the darkness, right? Yes and no, right? We don't want to lower our vibration to theirs, because then both of us are in that place and none of us can get out. What we want to do is we want to make sure that our light is so bright and powerful by simply meditating, connecting, nature, doing something that fills you up, that lights your soul on fire in a really great way. That can literally be, that can be qigong, that can be yoga, that can be eating your favorite food if you choose to eat, that could be watching a funny movie, that could be anything that makes you laugh, that raises that energy. But we've got to set the energy up first, right? Not once was there a person, really, that I'm aware of, that ever thought, you know what, I've spent so much of my life being so well, and I see so many people so unwell around me, that I'm gonna be unwell for a little bit, just to give other people the chance to be well. That's not how it works, right? We don't give up what we already have, right? What we are already balanced in and harmonized in order to allow someone else to achieve it. That's not how it works, right? With us maintaining our vibration of wholeness, of whether that's, that can be wealth, abundance, happiness, joy, love, family, whatever that is. While we remain in our heart space and remain anchored in that harmonized vibration, all that happens then is every other vibration around that comes into the perimeter of you will want to harmonize with your beautiful, balanced vibration, your higher vibration. And higher does not mean fragmented. A lot of people confuse those two as well, fragmented and higher. That's for another video. So for the point of this transmission today, we want to just really share something about empathy and compassion, right? Because when we are feeling something in our guts, right, when we're feeling something in our solar plexus, maybe we're feeling an energy around us, right, that maybe isn't an energy that we want to attune to, we have a choice in that moment Are we attuning to it or are we not? Are we noticing it? And are we connecting to it? Because when we connect to an energy that's lower, we're going to attune to that vibration. Or are we witnessing it and just without any judgment, without any hold, without any charge, letting it just carry on being, just going, that's interesting. That's okay. That's okay that that vibration is like that within that person. Because when we look at empathy tends to draw from your energy, right? It tends to be a draining point from your energy, right? And you hear this a lot with the world of people that would call themselves an empath, right? But they're always feeling drained by the surroundings because there isn't yet that balance and that anchoring point in their own energy, in our own energy. And I've been there as well. It still happens occasionally to me sometimes as well when I've not set my vibration, how I need it to be, how I want it to be, how I know it should be, right? So how are we setting our vibration up first? Because compassion versus empathy, when you have compassion for someone in a certain situation, you can see them, and you can see them without the veils of illusion that they have placed around themselves. So you may be able to feel that there is a slight shift in energy somewhere, but it doesn't interfere with your energy, right? It doesn't interfere with your energy, and you don't add to that energy by seeing them in that misaligned state or illusion that they may be in, that separation that they may be in. Whoever it is, whether it's a family member, a friend, an animal, or a whole country, or a couple of countries, or whatever, right? Or a government, or whatever. Doesn't matter. When you care more about your own vibration and how you feel in that moment, you're actually giving yourself the grace and compassion that you want others to give themselves as well. And that is a ripple effect. That allows a ripple effect to move outward and it positively impacts everyone around you. So for those that are highly clair sentient, right, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you know what? Clairsentience oftentimes, and I know I would have this quite a bit, where we'd feel so much, right, that we'd want to maybe eat chocolate or something like that to kind of mask that a little bit. Having the strength of faith in your heart to allow your beautiful temple of light, your body, to be clear as possible in order to feel will allow you to bring healing to any parts of yourself as well that you may have rejected through time and space, that may be rejected, that may be showing themselves to you in how you're experiencing people around you. Let me say that again. So if we have a part of ourselves that we judge, that we don't feel good with, that we have had an experience with, a memory with, and that memory isn't positive, that is a rejected part of ourself. This is coming into shadow work now. That is a rejected part of ourself. That rejected part of yourself will continue to show up in various other guises around you, within family, friends, strangers, children, parents, collectives, until we can open our hearts, open our arms, and open our heart even wider and go, I see you. And you know what? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of that feeling. But I'm going to open my heart space, bring down that light, let it expand even further, let it connect with my solar plexus, my inner sun. Let me expand that inner sun. And I'm going to welcome that part of me home. And when you do that, you find that your empathy turns into compassion. You're no longer being drained or knocked from your vibration, but you are strengthened in your own high, refined vibration to the point that others will shift theirs around to match yours, to raise to your level. And that's how we truly help. That's how we truly stay anchored and not get swayed by whatever's going on, because there will always be a distraction in this polarized world that we're in right now, if we choose to tune into that. And until we reach that tipping point, right? Until we reach that tipping point, where there are more people anchored in their light consistently, to make a big ripple effect. There's still going to be distractions just to help everyone wake up and help everyone heal how their soul is crying out to be healed, right? So I do hope all of that made sense. I try to keep this quite a short video and quite concise to the topic. And if this is your first time in viewing this channel, this video, maybe it popped up as a suggestion, maybe just auto-played, or maybe someone recommended it you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment. Let me know how you're finding whatever it is that you're going through. Let me know how you're responding and receiving this information and how it feels to you, how it resonates with you. If you are interested in learning more about your intuitive gifts, I have Intuition 101, which is a 4-part pre-recorded course where you strengthen and learn how to work with your claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and voyance, whilst also connecting with archangels and your higher self and your dream guide, etc. Do feel welcome to follow, subscribe if you're new here, and thank you for coming back if you're not, and find me across all social media channels. But in the meantime, we are coming up to the 3rd of the 3rd, so I have a workshop going live at 7:30 p.m. UK time on the 3rd of March with the Seraphim. It's going to be a workshop with the Seraphim where we go up to their beautiful light and bring down that Christ light, because the 3 is all about that Christ light energy. It's all about that healing. It's all about that compassion, that cosmic flow and abundance. So we'll be doing an hour-long workshop where we work with the Seraphim, bringing down the Christ light into Mother Earth, and then we're going to finish off with an attunement from Lady Mary Magdalene and Master Yeshua as well, where you'll receive the golden rose of them both. So if that calls to you as well, do check the link in the description box or in the bio, and please write any questions if you have any. I send all my love. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.